Notre Dame de Paris, also known as The Hunchback of Notre Dame, by Victor Hugo. Narrated by Robin Nixon. Book 5, Chapter 1. Abbess Beatty Martini. Dom Claude's fame had spread far and wide. It procured for him at about the epoch when he refused to see Madame de Beaujeu a visit which he long remembered. It was in the evening. He had just retired after the office to his canon's cell in the cloister of Notre Dame. This cell, with the exception possibly of some glass phials, relegated to a corner and filled with a decidedly equivocal powder, which strongly resembled the alchemist's powder of projection, presented nothing strange or mysterious. There were, indeed, here and there some inscriptions on the walls, but they were pure sentences of learning and piety extracted from good authors. The Archdeacon had just seated himself by the light of a three-jetted copper lamp before a vast coffer cramped with manuscripts. He had rested his elbow upon the open volume of Honorius Dautin de Predestination et Libero Arbitrio, and he was turning over, in deep meditation, the leaves of a printed folio which he had just brought, the sole product of the press which his cell contained. In the midst of his reverie there came a knock at his door. "Who's there?" cried the learned man, in the gracious tone of a famished dog disturbed over his bone. A voice without replied, "Your friend, Jacques Coictier." He went to open the door. It was in fact the king's physician, a person about 50 years of age, whose harsh physiognomy was modified only by a crafty eye. Another man accompanied him. Both wore long slate-coloured robes, furred with minever, girded and closed with caps of the same stuff and hue. Their hands were concealed by their sleeves, their feet by their robes, their eyes by their caps. "God help me, monsieur," said the Archdeacon, showing them in. "I was not expecting distinguished visitors at such an hour." And while speaking in this courteous fashion, he cast an uneasy and scrutinizing glance from the physician to his companion. "'Tis never too late to come and pay a visit to so considerable a learned man as Dom Claude Froyot de Tirchap," replied Dr. Coictier, whose Franche-Comte accent made all his phrases drag along with the majesty of a train robe. Then there ensued between the physician and the Archdeacon one of those congratulatory prologues which, in accordance with custom, at that epoch preceded all conversations between learned men, and which did not prevent them from detesting each other in the most cordial manner in the world. However, it is the same nowadays. Every wise man's...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?